Joey's joint.
What's happening, Chris Camozzi? You handsome devil, you.
How are you doing? I figured it out finally. I used my phone.
I knew you would. You're a fucking smart guy. It's funny. I told I was MMA junkie wanted me to call in today, and I go the time they gave me. I go, I got to call into Chris Camozzi, and he goes, send Chris my love and tell him his girlfriend is beautiful. I go, you fucking tell him. Yeah, she is a fucking knockout. I go, both of them are fucking beautiful. You don't know who you want to swap spit with.
No, I appreciate it. She was out here helping me try to figure out the computer, and then I was like, I'm just gonna use the phone. I don't know.
Fuck it. You look great. How's Denver?
It's good, man. It's been hot. You're
How
out in
long
New
have
Jersey,
you lived
right?
in Denver?
Man, I've been in Denver since like 97.
Holy shit.
Yeah, haven't left.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I like this city. One of these days I should probably move out and branch out a little bit, but it's a fun city.
No, you're young. That's a great place to be, man.
Yeah, you used to come out here. You used to live out here a long time ago, right?
You came out from Long Island, right?
No, I moved here with my family from the Bay Area in California.
Did you? Oh, I thought you were a Long Island boy for some reason.
No, I just go out there a lot, train with those guys.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. No, I went out there. A friend of mine was big out there. Like, he had settled out there after college, and he invited me out, and I thought it was great. But we lived in Basalt, Colorado, then, which is next to Aspen.
Yeah.
And we moved to Snowmass Village, and then I wasn't a big Boulder dude. There was too many fucking hippies walking around at that time. A lot of stinky people. The first time I went to Boulder, I'm like, I'll never come back here. That's how strong I was against Boulder. I'm like, I'll never come back here. And then
I can see it.
And then in '85, I went back. I left Denver for about a year, and I was headed to Colorado Springs. And on the plane, some black dude was like, "Nah, man, you ain't gonna go down there and hang out with fucking the army. You need to be in Boulder where the pussy's at." And I'm like, "What are you talking?" I was 21. He goes, "You're a young guy. Go to Boulder." And I fell in love with it that time. And I stayed from 95 to. I was a Colorado person from '83 to '95.
Oh, no shit. I didn't know you were out here that long.
And I started Denver. I started comedy in Denver. And I got locked up in Colorado. So
I know that story.
Yeah, so Colorado and me have a great fucking relationship. I love it there. I won't go back to Boulder because I'm embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I won't go back to Boulder because after I left there, I realized how much havoc I caused in a beautiful community.
Oh, I mean, they cause their own havoc now.
Oh,
man.
I know.
CU is one of the party schools out there.
But it was fucking nuts in Boulder. Now it's a little bit more calm, I guess. I haven't been there in 20 years.
Man, I don't know if you'd like it now. It's beautiful, right? But there's still the hippies there, but they're all hippies with money. So
Right.
they're very like snobby, snooty.
Right.
I'll probably get some flack for that since I live right here, but
No, you won't. They know it. They know. They call Boulder the People's Republic of Boulder anyway.
oh yeah, if you drive
It's its own fucking country in there. Like, that's why when the shooting happened last year, I was in shock for like a week.
yeah,
That's not supposed to happen in Boulder.
No, I mean they're about as liberal as it gets, and it's very like peace and love, hippie out there. Yeah, I was surprised too when that whole thing went down. I was like, Boulder, what?
I was in shock. It kind of bothered me a little bit. I used to shop at that King Soopers. I used to shoplift at that King Soopers. That was my favorite. The seafood department. The guy would just give us food. He'd go, just walk out with it. Don't put it on me. Because you know how they charge you with seafood? He wouldn't charge us. He'd go, I know you guys are shoplifting. So
That's a good dude right there.
Good fucking dude from Louisiana. I never forgot him. You still fighting?
Yeah, man. So I haven't like officially retired or anything. I've just been on a delay. I'm a free agent right now. I left the PFL last year. I went through their season, did real well, and now just kind of like sorting out some options. You know, I'll do it a few more years probably if it's available. But man, the money's got to be right. You know, I love doing it. Fighting is my favorite thing to do. I still train every day, but the days of like going in there and sacrificing myself for these promoters to make all the money is kind of over.
It's a fucking nightmare, ain't it, man? The business side of it. All you want to do is fight.
Oh,
All
man.
I want to do is crack stupid fucking jokes.
Yeah.
And then you look at the contracts and you're like, what the fuck happened to the jokes? They're sucking me dry here. You know, they give you money, but then they're like, oh, you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, you got to pay for that. And people have no idea how many expenses you get when you work theaters and shit like that. And then they contact you for money for promotion, and you're like, what are you talking about? You're not even buying ads or anything. You're fucking putting a little flyer on your table. So I guess it's got to be the same with the UFC. A buddy of mine called me the other day, and he wants me to read his book. And he wanted it's something he called an expose on the NFL. You know, like you grow up all your life wanting to play football, and then you get to the NFL and they break your balls from A to Z. You know, like the NFL likes you, they work with you. If not, I did the longest yard with Brian Bosworth, and he told me they used to fine him his game salary for wearing his shirt outside his pants.
Yeah, they have a ton of fines. I think even if like they wear the eye paint, you know, if that runs down and it's not clean. A few of my buddies in the NFL were telling me like the list of fines that those guys can get each game. It's insane.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah. But yeah, it's no, I'll probably fight a couple more times. We'll see. Like I said, the money's got to make sense. It's a weird game now. Like you were just saying, now they're like, how many followers do you have, these promoters? You know, how many tickets do you sell? All of this. I just had this conversation with a promoter recently where he's like, well, how many tickets are you going to sell? And I said, well, at some point it's your job to be the promoter and promote the fight. I show up and fight. If you want me to do both, then pay me for both jobs.
And what
that didn't go over that well.
No, it doesn't. It never does. They don't like that. They want people who just say yes and play their fucking song. But then you read through it and you start going, I work so hard. I work 7 days a week on this. And I'm giving away this fucking money to these people who are just basically pimps.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I'll say the best thing about the UFC is they never mention ticket sales to you. They don't ask you to sell a thing. They just ask you to show up, do your job. They take care of it. They're like a marketing machine, you know, so they deserve a ton of credit in that way. Cause I know even like promotions like Bellator and stuff ask some of those fighters to be slanging tickets, you know, and you're trying to focus on training and working out and not getting your head taken off. So that's just an extra step that most of these promotions are throwing in there on you.
Now, what do they want you to do? Go to a fucking mall and give away tickets in the mall? Try to convince people to buy tickets at the mall? Like,